All right, guys, I am live right now. About to start on YouTube. Do me a favor and join me on YouTube. You guys know. All right, guys. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Let's Talk Boxing Live with your girl, Jasmine K. We got a couple of things that we are going to get into. We're going to get into some updates on USA Boxing and who is advancing in the quarterfinals. We're also going to get into a Canelo wild card, if you will. Similar to the NFL wild card, I feel like we got the same thing going on in boxing with Canelo. And we're going to talk about who's going to be next for him. We know, obviously, he has Berlanga in September, but let's just say we're already looking past that fight and on to the next fight. And we got a couple other topics that we're going to get into. We're also going to go live, join live at the scenes of the Crawford Fight Week with our guy, Mike Trill Baby. So if you guys are on Instagram, do me a favor, go to my story. In my story, there's a link to this YouTube live. If you want to interact with me that way, my attention won't be on Instagram, it'll be on YouTube today. You can also go to the link in my bio and you can join me that way. If you want to come on live as a guest and talk boxing with me as well, there's a link for you to do that. But yeah, let's get into it. You guys like my new setup? I'm a little excited about this. I could do a lot more things with a pretty good budget of free 99. All right, y'all. Let's get straight into it. So let's talk US boxing updates. There's been a lot of people talking on Instagram and Twitter and different social media accounts about some of the robberies that has taken place, but I don't want to focus on that. Instead, I want to focus on our two top guys that are going to be advancing to the quarterfinals, and that is Amari Jones and Jamal Harvey. Of the two, Amari Jones is fighting at, reading the KGs is difficult for me. So Amari Jones, I think they listed it as the welterweight. I'm not sure what actual weight they weighed in for the fights, but 71 kg is basically, I think it was 156, which we all know welterweight to be at 147 and super welterweight to be at 154. So but it's listed as welterweight. So we're going to say that Amari Jones is a welterweight doing really, really good. I had a chance to watch his last matchup today, and I was thoroughly impressed. He has a really good jab, like a effective jab. It's quick, it's stiff. It kept his opponent at bay and kept him frustrated for the entire fight. Um, I think that he has a little bit of a pro style already. You can see it. Obviously, in the amateurs and USA boxing, for the most part, they're just trying to score points, not really looking for knockouts from what I can tell with this year's or this round of Olympics in Paris. But like I said, he had a really good jab. He's very quick, very explosive. If you guys have not had a chance to check him out, definitely go back and watch his last couple of fights. He is fighting again, I want to say August 3rd, which is Saturday. In the quarterfinals, I think that he has a chance to for sure make it to the finals. I'm not familiar with any of the other guys in other countries that have made it to this point that he will be matched up against as he continues to advance. But based on what I saw, he dominated today. So hats off to him. The other guy, Jamal Harvey, 57. He is fighting at, I want to say, super featherweight, 126. I believe is what 57 kgs translates to. I could definitely see in Harvey, he has more of a pro style in the sense of he'll stand right there in front of his opponent. He's not doing a whole lot of movement. It's not a whole lot of shots that he's wasting when he's throwing his punches. You can really tell that every punch that he throws, he's trying to place it. Now, I will say, the attention is there, but I did notice in the last fight, and again, this just being the style of the Olympics, the style of amateur fighters that they're going up against, I will say that there was oftentimes that he smothered his work. And I think that he could have controlled the distance a little bit better. He could have controlled the range a little bit better, but he had an opponent that was very bouncy on his toes, in and out, moved a lot, um, rushed him at times. So, with that being said, I felt like for the most part, he looked decent given the opponent that he had in the matchup that was in front of him. Definitely looking forward to seeing him in the quarterfinals. Again, not familiar with any of the other guys in the other countries of who he's going up against. I haven't been able to catch as many fights as I would like to, but I think he has a chance to go far as well. What I'm looking to see in his next fight is how he's able to adapt to the different styles and if he's going to fight the same way. Like I said, I did feel like he smothered his work at times. Um, it was a very rough fight, though. Majority of that fight was spent on the canvas because they were tossing each other around. But we'll see what comes of the next few fights for these guys. Obviously, they have to get past the quarterfinals, but I am rooting them on. And if you guys aren't familiar with them, definitely get familiar. Like we see all the time, majority of the time when these guys get this far into the not just Olympic trials, but actually fighting in the Olympics, if they place or if they don't place, more than likely we're going to see some of the top promoters go after them. And obviously, Top Rank is one of those more aggressive promoters that goes after USA boxing pedigree fighters, and definitely ones that have made it to the Olympics. Last Olympics trial, they snatched up Keyshawn. We know that they have had Shakur Stevenson. They've had pretty much, I'll say, the last few years, the last few Olympics, they've snatched up those guys. So I wouldn't expect anything differently, but we do have some other players that are involved. We got Pro Box TV that is changing the landscape of their promotions and signing fighters and actually signing them to deals. I think that Pro Box is definitely a good platform that pushes their boxers, and that's something that a lot of promoters outside of Top Rank doesn't necessarily have the best agenda for these prospects or these rookies coming in. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I definitely, out of the two, I'm impressed with both. But Amari Jones is on my list for sure. I really enjoyed his style of fighting. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys thought about the fights. I would love to know. Let's see here. What else do we have? Thank you, everybody, for joining. If you are joining on Instagram, join us on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, thank you for joining. Make sure you smash the like button. I am in the comments. We got Mike Thrill Baby of Thrill Boxing coming on. He is in LA and he's reporting live at the Crawford Fight Week. Brooklyn boy, what's up? What's up? How are you? Welcome to the show. All right, Mike, whenever you're ready, join in and I'll let you in. But let's move on from US boxing updates to fight announcements. We had Jaime Munguia early last week make the announcement that he was signing a co-promotional deal with Top Rank, and they wasted no time in getting him a fight. He is going to be fighting September 20th versus Bazian. I know I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Um, a guy who I want to say is either 30 and 0, 32 and 0. He has one draw. Tough opponent. Definitely can't look past him. But one thing I will say that this is going to be a perfect match for Jaime Munguia coming back. I'm excited to see how he puts things together since sharing the ring with the King Canelo Alvarez, to see if he picked up on anything from being in the ring with a veteran like Canelo. I think he learned a lot about himself. We'll see what he's been in the gym working on. If I had to guess, we're going to see a very similar Jaime Munguia. I think the confidence is going to be even further through the roof with him. This is a perfect match made for him, which is what we know Top Rank to do. Now, one of the things I'm definitely giving the edge to Jaime Munguia based on what I've seen with Eric. He's a guy that, to me, he stands straight up and down. The movement is non-existent. A guy who has a fairly decent jab. He uses his jab, but I think that when he goes up against guys with um, faster hands, quicker hands, he struggles. And that's one thing that Jaime Munguia has for himself is the combinations that he puts together and the flurries that he puts together. Like, he's not just putting two combinations together. He's finishing with five punch combinations. And I think that that's really going to give Eric a difficult time in the ring with him. Obviously, you can't count him out in this fight, but like I said, a perfect match for Jaime Munguia to come back. I'm predicting that this fight is going to end in a knockout. I'll definitely do some more homework in the lead up to the fight and reporting on that. But yeah, great fight coming back. It's going to be in Las Vegas, September 20th. I'm excited to see how Top Rank pushes Jaime Munguia. We saw that Top Rank is now signed in a deal with Riyadh Season. And yeah, I think that they're going to put some really good cards together for him. Really good. One thing I have to wonder is, how is Oscar handling all of this? I know he signed some guys since then. Well, not since Jaime Munguia has left, but in the last quarter, if you will, he signed a couple of guys. But when you talk about star power, he got a lot of star power out of Jaime Munguia that walked away. Obviously, he still has Ryan Garcia. They still have him locked in. They recently signed Kenneth Bossman Sims Jr. So there's definitely some room for Kenneth to step into that spotlight and to become that star for Golden Boy. Obviously, they still have some other fighters. They still have Kid Austin and a plethora of other guys that could also step into the limelight and can really take that star power position. Obviously, nobody's going to take that from Ryan Garcia, but with Jaime Munguia kind of being out the scene, I think that opens things up for a lot of these guys to kind of rise to the top and get some more attention from Golden Boy. And we'll see how they move him. We'll see how they move him. Shakur Zapata, we are going to get into that. Slow down, Mike, slow down. What's in 2 hours? Oh, the workout. Yes. So I got my times mixed up. I was thinking that I was going to go live and I was going to chat with you guys. And I also simultaneously was going to be screening the open workouts. But I forgot they're on Pacific time and I'm on Eastern time. So that will not be the case. That will not be the case. The Boxing Menu Podcast Plus. What's popping? Welcome back. Oscar claims he still is his fighter. Yeah, that's delusional right there. Clearly, he's not with Oscar. However, I thought it was a little strange that I didn't see Top Rank officially announce the news. Correct me if I'm wrong if you guys saw anything from them. Charles Connell, what about him? Yes, the Boxing Menu Podcast Plus. Salute. Chat, smash that like button for me, please. Oil and Max, thank you. This is some good information, my friend. I appreciate this. Brandon, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for coming back. Okay, y'all got the compliments rolling in. I will take all of it. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you so much. Mike, where you at? Let me know when you're ready to come in. All right. You guys were trying to beat me to the punch. So let's get to it. Boxing rumors. Shakur versus Zapata on the undercard of Better Beef in Bivol, October 12th in Saudi Arabia on a Riyadh card. This is all rumors from what I'm seeing. Neither parties has confirmed this. Neither promoters has confirmed this. So I am going to say that this is a rumor. One of the biggest things that, and I forgot, yes, Golden Boy has Zapata. I left that one out when I talked about the star power. But we all know that Oscar has recently gone on his rant and has said that there will be no fight with Zapata if Shakur is not signed to Golden Boy. Shakur still has not announced, however, who he's signing with next. So while it is a rumor, it seems as though Matchroom is in the lead for landing the next fight contract with Shakur Stevenson, but nothing's been announced yet. So there's still a possibility that Oscar may be landing Shakur under Golden Boy for a short time. I think Shakur should sign to Matchroom. I think that that's the better option for him. I think that the better fights can come from Matchroom, given the flexibility that I always talk about with obviously him being Eddie Hearn being in cahoots with Riyadh season. He's made a plethora of cards in the past with other promoters, including Golden Boy. All of a sudden, Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, is on this high horse and does not want to work with Eddie Hearn anymore. I say it's pride. I say it's ego. We'll see if he puts it to the side, especially with him having his star fighters walking away from him. Like I said, Ryan's still there, but we all know Ryan has not been happy at all with Golden Boy. But it would be a great card if we are to get that. And that would be a big opportunity to see Shakur out in Saudi Arabia on a Riyadh card up against Zepeda. This is a fight that has been, long overdue. A lot of fans have been calling for. I think the time is definitely now. Zepeda looked fairly good coming off his win versus Rayo. It wasn't Rayo. It was his name is right there. Who did he fight? His name is right there. Cabrera? Yes, Cabrera. So we'll see. We'll see. It looks like from the chats, everybody is Team Shakur. Team Shakur. I love it. All right, so we have some early fight predictions. Brandon is saying Zepeda by overwhelming him. If Shakur can bite down, it'll be good to see. Really? Really? I honestly don't think that Zepeda or any other lightweight guy that's out there can overwhelm Shakur. I really don't. And going back and watching the fight with De Los Santos versus, I think it was De Los Santos versus, who's De Los Santos versus? I can't remember, but he, the fight that you typically would see De Los Santos in was not the fight that we saw versus Shakur. And I think that that is just a testament to the type of fighter and the level that Shakur is on, that he could basically have a guy come in the ring with him and for the most part look ordinary, not look great, can take away their abilities and their strengths and just make them look, you know, lackluster, if you will. A lot of people felt Shakur had a lackluster performance, but De Los Santos definitely played a role as well and had a lackluster performance, in my opinion. Given what I recently have seen from him in the past, he knows how to put his combinations together. He throws three to four punch combinations at a time, and really has the ability to overwhelm his opponent. And he just did not do that with Shakur. Did not do it. For people to infamously say that Shakur does not have any power, they respect him. They respect him. So let's see if Zepeda comes in a ring to respect Shakur. Let's see. What else you guys are saying? Y'all are talking smack about Oscar. Let's see. Edwin we just couldn't see it. I wonder if he'll ever get the rematch. I think the fans would be and still are on the hook for wanting to see that rematch given the way that things played out. But will we actually get the rematch? And if we were to get the rematch, would De Los Santos show up as himself? I think if we were to get it, he obviously has a lot to prove. I think he gave Shakur entirely too much respect in the ring, and coming back, that would have to be something that I would think he has to avenge his loss that he suffered to Shakur. All right, let's see. Okay, you got Terrence Crawford and Pitbull Saturday. Not bad selections. I actually am in agreement with you on that. I am going to go live on Friday and I'm going to do my fight week preview and prediction. And I'm going to break down all of the cards because we have too good of a card for me not to, and to only focus on the main and co-main event. I think the De Los Santos fight that I was thinking of was against Rayo, because when I was going back and watching film, he fought a really good fight versus Rayo. Shakur too good at his best. Yes. It wasn't a Frank Martin fight. It was not the Frank Martin fight. I believe it was the Rio fight. Brandon said Shakur will have to exchange way more in that fight, and I don't think Shakur has the confidence in himself by his last performance. According to Shakur, that's the exact fight that he wants. He wants a fight that he can exchange more. In his last fight, he definitely exchanged more than what he did in De Los Santos fight, but still, there was moments where we all saw where he didn't let his hands go, and he was just throwing two punch combinations, and wasn't following behind the right hand with anything else. Bad performances give you just more motivation. I agree. I agree. Which is why I would think if he got the rematch, that the fight would look a lot differently. And both guys honestly have something to prove from that fight. Okay, you guys are feeling like it's too risky. I can see that. Let's be honest. Will Shakur show up as himself? In what, the rematch or versus Zepeda? And what do you mean by himself? Because Shakur showing up as himself is Shakur being a defensive fighter, being defense first, offense second. I think that a fight with Zepeda would be a good style fight for him because he'll have a guy that, without a shadow of a doubt, is going to be more aggressive. So it gives him an opportunity to not, the defense part is just going to come natural. But at the same time, while he's being defensively sound because he has a guy that's pressuring him, I think he'll have a lot more opportunities to find openings, to create openings, and to counter. So I think that a Zepeda fight would be a really good fight for him, style-wise. Again, Zepeda not being a guy that's going to be afraid to pressure him. Zepeda, in a sense, I think is going to be a guy that's not really going to respect Shakur in a sense of power. So I think he's going to be more willing to just stand right in front of Shakur and try to make it a fight if he can. But you guys are saying Shakur is going to be better than ever with that challenge. Yes, I agree. I want to see Big Baby versus Big Baby. I don't think Big Baby is going to get past Andy Ruiz. Now, granted, Andy has been inactive and hasn't fought in the last 2 years, but I really do not think that Big Baby is going to get past Ruiz. All right, let's see. We're working through these. I love Shakur, but I'm looking at the facts as well. He's scared to get in a dogfight, even though he never has to. It will be a time. Style will make fights and be forced to show if he has dog. Yeah. I think in this, there's no tiptoeing around it. Anybody that refers to themselves as a dog is a person that I think is gritty, a fighter who is willing to fight, willing to make it a brawl, willing to do whatever they have to do to get the win. Now, obviously, in another sense, Shakur is that because he's going to do whatever he has to do, regardless of what it is that regardless of what it is that his fans want from him and the show that they want him to put on, he's going to figure out, how do I walk out of here victorious? Now, if that's me outboxing this guy, then that's what I'm going to do. If that's me moving, then that's what I'm going to do. So by definition, to me, a dog is somebody that does whatever to get the job done. And technically, that's doing whatever to get the job done. But when we really think about a dog, we really think about somebody that is just, roll their sleeves up and just make it happen. Whether it's dirty, not dirty in the sense of playing unfair, boxing unfair, but like really gonna bite down and take care of business. I don't know if Shakur has that in him. Obviously, if we were to refer to him having a dog in him, then we would have seen him jump on Um, who was his last opponent? We would have seen him jump on him and get the stoppage. Not necessarily get the knockout, but get the stoppage. The Boxing Menu podcast, I wouldn't mind seeing Shakur versus Rain or Devin. I for sure think that Devin is going to be in the near future. Obviously, Shakur has to step up, but Shakur is set on being undisputed at the lightweight division and then stepping up. So we'll see. He is a great fighter, no doubt, one of the best in 35. I just haven't seen him capitalize a fight in his past four that makes me wonder. Javante Tank Davis, yeah, there's rumors that is next as well. There are rumors that is next, and I would love that. All right, guys, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. All right, Canelo wild card. Who will get a shot at Canelo next? Will it be Crawford, Benavidez, or someone else? At this point, it's hard to predict who Canelo is going to choose next, but out of the names that are in the hat, obviously Crawford and Benavidez is at the very top, at the surface of what the fans want. I think the fans want Benavidez and then Crawford. But on one hand, I see a lot of people really rooting for the Crawford and thinking that is going to be the next fight made over Benavidez. I don't know. Like in the NFL, right, they have the wild card. And I'm not super familiar with the NFL, but just a tad bit, where you typically have guys that didn't necessarily get the playoff right to fight, that they have this wild card game where they are, whoever the winner is then is giving the opportunity to force your name in the playoffs. So Crawford Benavidez wouldn't be a bad fight. It would not be a bad fight to get Canelo. I don't think anybody has put that out there, but I feel like it's a money fight. Crawford may think otherwise. Crawford may think that Canelo's the bigger fight. Obviously, nobody's a bigger fight than Canelo at this point. It's just, it is what it is. But I think that if Crawford wants to challenge himself and if he wants to move up, then a fight with Benavidez, I think, will be one to take. And I think if we got that, we can rule out who should be next. What y'all think about that? Let's see. All right, Brandon, you're saying no, Crawford is too risky. Crawford is, yeah, I think Crawford's more risky than Benavidez, but I think with the power of Benavidez, I think Benavidez we could equally say that he's risky. The only thing, the difference between the two fighters is Crawford, he's more well-rounded. He has the experience over Benavidez, so that makes him, I guess, a more riskier fighter. He has a better style of a fight that I think will cause problems over Benavidez. For the most part, Benavidez, you know what you're getting with him. You know the fight that he's going to bring. At that point, if we get the Benavidez versus Canelo, I'm expecting to see a fight for position and for dominance. Whereas with the Crawford fight, I think there's a lot of give and take that would take place in that fight if Crawford be the next opponent for Canelo. I think that Yeah, Crawford's style, his ability to switch stances and give you different looks, and he can box equally great from each different stance, orthodox and southpaw. And I also think that Crawford's hand speed. Now, Benavidez has the hand speed as well, but I think Crawford, if it doesn't matches the same speed as Benavidez, I will say that the difference is also the placement of the punch. So he has the speed, the hand speed, and he got the punch placement. I think that also calls for a huge risk in a challenge of a fight. Without a doubt, Crawford to me is the more challenging fight. That's not to take away from Benavidez and a fighter that he is, but you just have more to worry about with Crawford than you do with Benavidez. That's all I'm saying. Let's see what you guys have to say about that. Even with Saudi involved, I think Canelo won't take it. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be too pressed. Those are the fights we need. Yes. Yes. That isn't a much better blueprint of a fight like that since Mayweather and Canelo. Facts. Bud is the best replica of that fight. Mike, I see you. I'm about to add you in. I think Canelo give the best fight, but loses both. Really? Okay. Turkey Al Sheik said he wants Canelo versus Crawford, but Canelo wants a lot of money. Yeah, I mean, anytime that the fight is going to be that big of a risk, the reward at this point for Canelo has to match. Skills pay the bills. Jasmine, you know this. I do know this. I do. Hell no, just another excuse for Canelo to not fight. Let Canelo just pick one and then the other. Y'all calling him Nello. Canelo want too much money for a Benavidez fight. Yeah, he does. And I don't know if he's going to get what he actually wants. T-Bug can move to 175. I still put the house on him. He's just that great. Not good. Great. All right, Mike, let's add you in. What's popping?
What's good? I wanted to make sure I could do it while I'm outside. I
Yeah.
got this other phone, so I'm gonna be able to do it while I'm in traffic. But yeah, I'm about to actually head to that media workout soon. So yeah, I'm about to hop in traffic. But you wanted to talk about the card or
Yeah. Hold on, let me get this out real quick. Okay. All right. Yes, you are in LA for the card. Um, yeah, talk to us about how everything has played out. Were you at the Grand Arrivals yesterday?
no? I wasn't at the Grand Arrivals. I was watching it live. Um, I'm really impressed by how Turkey Al Sheik's just been promoting the card. You know, I've been driving around places. You would just randomly see advertisement for the Crawford Madrimov. Just ran like at the mall, everywhere. Just so I'm really impressed at how they've been promoting it. You know, yesterday at the Grand Arrivals, everybody had like, everybody looked like a star. Even the guys on the undercard, the arrivals was nice. Then you had Crawford and Madrimov. They entered in cars with their name on the plate and stuff. So it's been dope seeing it. I definitely got to be at the fight. I'm trying to
Yeah.
be at all the cover the everything I can cover for this. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't get my media stuff in time, but I'm gonna be there at the public stuff. But
Okay.
yeah, it's been a lot of respect with all the fighters. Ain't really been too much. Um, tension or nothing like that. And I think everybody just gonna be all business when it come fight night. Um, yeah, but it's looking like one of the best cards we've seen in a while. But they got to get up there in there and live up to it.
Right. Right. So top to bottom, what's the card that you're looking forward to?
I'm really interested in this to see how David Morrell gonna look at 175. This guy he fighting Hot Rod is pretty solid. I think his only loss is Beterbiev, and yeah, I believe he was giving Beterbiev a. Wait, he got one loss or two. He might have two losses.
Hmm.
I got. Let me look at it. I know he fought. No, he might have two losses. Let me look.
Question. So I know they're fighting for the vacant WBA light heavyweight title.
It's an interim. It's an
Oh, is
interim.
that okay? I was gonna say,
Now he got two losses. I remember now. So he had a Hot Rod. Has the loss to Beterbiev. He got stopped, and he also has a loss that was. I heard it was controversial to Marcus Brown. A lot of people say he won that fight. But yeah, Morrell, it seemed like he trying to follow Benavidez wherever he go. So we
yeah,
gonna we gonna see how he fit in at 175.
yeah. I definitely feel like it's a race to who's gonna get the belts faster. I
Yeah,
think Benavidez is like the favorite right now, and probably is going to get walked through that line uh, fairly easy and sooner than what Morel will. But at the same time, Benavidez hasn't fought on a Riyadh card yet, has he?
nope. I mean, it's only been a couple of them, but yeah, not
He's got a couple, but Morel got that shot, so I could be wrong.
they might see him fight one day. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's the card do you think will be a bust?
Say it again.
Which card do you think will be a bust?
The thing about
Something going on with your volume.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Maybe you covering the mic. I can hear you better.
Okay. See, the thing about Ruiz is, sometimes he can have a great explosive fight. Sometimes, just he can be in front of a dance partner and it not be so good of a fight. So I could see Big Baby Miller kind of making that fight, you know, possibly a little lackluster, but it also could make for a very good fight, just depending on what Big Baby Miller comes and how Andy Ruiz is coming. But that fight is like the least predictable one for me.
Yeah.
Um, the Jared Anderson one should be a good one, but um, I don't know. I think that one's gonna be a good one. That one should be a good one.
Okay.
What else? Oh, Andy Cruz. He's fighting Antonio Moran. Moran, that's Devin Haney's last knockout, like 2019 or something. Um, if if Cruz can't stop him, and oh, he also fought Jermaine Ortiz. Moran, he fought
Mhm.
Jermaine Ortiz, I think, last year.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, if that could possibly be a dud, but I think Cruz will do his thing too. But yeah, I'll be surprised if Crawford, Crawford is never in just a boring fight. So I would be shook, if that fight, just doesn't live up.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. With Andy Cruz, do you think are you expecting anything different from his last performance? Um, you
Um.
think he learned anything since then? Like we're going to see a different Andy, or you think it's going, for the most part, be the high offense, high punch output?
Yeah. Not too much. I think we might see the same. He might try to get him a stoppage because he got 1 out of 3. So we might see him be a little bit more aggressive, maybe. But I
Mhm.
mean, he has been aggressive, but I don't know. I don't know because Antonio Moran, he should be a fighter that Cruz could stop, but he's also, um, if I'm correct, Ortiz had a little bit of trouble with him, so he could be durable. So we'll see. But I expect. I don't really expect a stoppage, but I do expect a dominant victory for Cruz.
Yeah. Okay. Switching gears a little bit. Since you've been in the mall and you've been around the fans and in the public, what's been like the feel, the energy for the fight? Like, what is a lot of people's reaction to everything that's going on?
You got a lot of people, as far as the main fight. A lot of people is overlooking Madrimov, because he has 11 fights, because he's not a name. And then you got a few people who think Bud might be, you know, uh, in for a surprise. Some people think he's gonna be big and strong. So I am seeing a little bit of mix, but for the most part, everybody's expecting Crawford to keep his KO streak alive.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I think it could be a tough fight in spurts. In spurts, it could be tough. But um, as far as the card, a lot of people coming out for Pitbull. Um, I think that's a fight that's gonna be an exciting one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, we gonna see.
I think Pitbull he's gonna knock out Ryo.
Me too. Me too. But Ryo got some pop, so
He do.
Pitbull has his moments. He has leaks sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So Ryo can surprise him with something. I thought Rolly was gonna surprise him with something, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Not win. I just thought he was gonna catch him with some stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, you never know. Ryo probably can do it. Ryo, he gets good angles sometimes. Has some pop. Good counter puncher. So
Yeah.
he can make something happen.
He
But it's
can't.
his first fight at 140, so that's one of the main reasons I think Pitbull is gonna stop him.
Yeah, I think he's predictable and I think he's slow.
Which
But I think you said what?
which one?
Ryo. But I
Yeah,
think yeah. Like I think you could see the shots coming before he actually lands it. Um and I think Pitbull at this point would be able to pick up on that. But like you said, he does have power. He's shown in the past that he can catch his guys in between punches. I think that's gonna be the best thing for him is to try to punch in between Pitbull because I mean you going up against power. If you get clipped, it's lights out. So I'm looking forward to that. That's the co-main event, right?
that's the thing about both fighters. They both a little bit predictable in some ways. Um, but nobody really. Well, two people have beat him, but nobody has really had the code to really hurt Pitbull. So
Mm-hmm.
it should be interesting. Ryo, this is his first title shot, so he trying to have his best performance,
Right.
and we might see a version of Ryo that we yet to see. At the top level. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. That might be at least top two out of the card. I think that's gonna be a top two fight as
Mm-hmm.
far as the action.
I agree. I agree. Okay, so tonight there's the um, media workouts, and then they actually
It's
have.
starting an hour. I'm a head there in a
Yeah,
minute.
how's the traffic been?
Uh, shit. It actually look like it's not that bad because I'm
Okay.
far. I'm like 40 minutes,
Oh
and
wow.
usually sometimes it might say an hour, but right now it's saying like 30 something.
Okay.
So look like the traffic gonna be cool.
Okay.
But
Cool.
yeah,
We're gonna
Yeah,
wrap it
yeah.
up there. So media workouts in an hour, but they also got a fight card. I know this is Matchroom, so is it completely separate from Riyadh or
No, no, it's
it's the
Turkey. It's
same?
Turkey. Yeah, it's Turkey. Uh, Matchroom is on it because Mark Castro
Mm-hmm.
is Eddie Hearn's fighter.
I
He's
got
with Eddie Hearn. I'm not familiar with all the other guys. I've
you. Mm-hmm.
seen um DSO, I think that's his name. I've seen him before, but I don't really remember too much about him. But I love free stuff for one.
Me
Then we gonna
too.
see Bud and everybody work out. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I definitely gotta be there.
Yeah.
Cause I've been to a fight. My friend fought at on the beach at in Mississippi before, but
Mm-hmm.
I never even thought about a fight being on Venice or Santa Monica Beach. The beaches out here.
Yeah,
I
that's right.
never even pictured that. So, Turkey in his bag doing that.
I'm telling you. I
Yeah.
mean, this is a genius idea
Hey,
to
Turkey moving like me if I hit the lottery. Like he put on some big shit. I'll
I mean,
be
Tuki
offering these
moving
fighters
with more
money.
than some lottery money.
You
I
said
mean,
what?
I said he moving with more than some lottery
For
money.
sure. I'm talking about a like a mega million. I'm talking like a couple hundred million. He moving like that. And
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I actually like the idea of having your main card separate from your preliminaries and
I
having
mean,
your
he
preliminaries.
got preliminaries on that day too.
They
Like
do?
Steve
Oh, okay.
Nelson, Steven Nelson, them they're gonna be on YouTube.
Mm,
Steven Nelson is Crawford's homie. It's a few more people. It's
mhm.
gonna be a prelim, but he got a whole nother prelim today. So that
Crazy. Yeah.
yeah, he got 200 cards.
Yeah. Smack like that say he got oil money. Yeah, he definitely do.
I need oil money.
Me too. Add me to the payroll.
Yeah,
I can do something over there.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you go. I'll ask you a couple more questions based on the topics I had today to see what your thoughts are. So, you've been watching any of the USA boxing fights?
No, I just been looking online.
Okay.
Um, I'm not. I don't know them by name. I know them by face when I see them, the fighters.
Mm-hmm.
But who's like? I know the Cuban guy, but I'm not. I know his name, but I'm not. I don't know the American's name. Who are you looking at?
So I've only been focusing on the Americans. I haven't caught any of the fights live. I've had to go back and watch them. Omari Jones, I talked about, and then Jamal Harvey. Omari Jones they got him listed as welterweight, but I can't figure out if he's fighting welterweight or super welterweight. Either way, he looks fairly decent. Um, Pretty solid guy. Offensively sound, got a good jab, put his punches together, punches and combinations. Jamal Harvey, he's super featherweight. I think he between the two shows a better pro style already. Not to say that Amari doesn't have it, but it was a messy fight. Majority of the fight was spent on the canvas, like them just tossing each other around. But yeah, check it out whenever you got time. I think the quarterfinals is actually Saturday. Um, okay, let's see. I'll
Every,
get your opinion on
every
the
time I look up somebody, my bad. Every time I look up, somebody was saying somebody got robbed from Team USA. I've seen that like 3 times. Did you see any of those fights?
I didn't catch any other fights. I saw Roscoe's first fight, but he won that one, so I didn't see any of the ones that they said were robberies.
Yeah, I gotta tune in. A lot of those fights. I mean, a lot of that Olympic stuff. It be happening at weird times. They over there. But
It
yeah,
do.
I'm definitely. I'm out here, so I'm definitely trying to. I'm like trying to like make sure I cover.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna have them out here in 2028. So we gonna see where we at in life. But I need, you know, I'm gonna
Yeah,
definitely try to be a part of that somehow. Um,
claim it, claim it. Okay,
Yeah,
I saw you had posted Jaime Munguia announcing his fight in
yeah,
September. What you think about that?
yeah. They've been talking about that for like a month or two. Um, Jaime Munguia, he working with Top Rank now. Um, I'm not too familiar with the guy. I think I seen him fight once, but I don't remember who he fought. Um, but knowing how, Top Rank and Golden Boy be moving, I'm pretty sure this guy is a guy he can definitely get him a dominant showcase victory with. But I believe the guy is undefeated, correct?
Yeah, he has one draw. I think he's like 30-0 or 32-0 or something like that.
Yeah, so I know he's a good fighter, but
Mm,
I'm sure he's somebody that Jaime won't have too many problems with because they trying to get him back to the money
yeah.
fights. Um, but him being with Top Rank is interesting because I want to know if they're gonna try to make him in mobility class eventually. Um,
Good setup.
yeah, so
That'd be a good
we're
setup.
gonna see how that work, but I mean how that go. But I'm pretty sure Munguia. I believe I think his name is Baranzin, or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think Munguia gonna bounce back
Oh, your sound going bad again.
nice. I said I can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think Munguia gonna bounce back pretty nice in that fight.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Uh, what do you think about it's a few fights happening in September. We're gonna talk about that. But what do you think about Jared Hurd coming back and he's fighting Jason Rosario?
Not familiar with Rosario.
Okay, but Rosario. Okay, so um, who did Rosario beat? Okay, J Rock. J Rock beat Hurd. Yeah, J Rock beat Jared Hurd, Julian Williams, and then he fought Rosario, and I believe Rosario beat him. So they was all
Hmm.
unified champion within like a year, and then Charlo eventually came got those belts. But yeah, basically Rosario got stopped by Lubin and Charlo. Body kind of weak, and
Okay.
her defense is then had a lot of and he took a lot of punishment in his last couple fights.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to keep an eye on that fight because it could be very good or it could be like you
Yeah.
know, they don't look good no more type fight.
Yeah, I feel
It's
like
on Pro Box too.
okay. I feel like Hurd didn't really look that great in his last fight.
Nope, I think he fought not his last fight, but the fight before he fought Resendiz.
Mhm.
Resendiz got stopped by Elijah Garcia. I
Okay.
think that's how you say his name. But yeah, Hurd was it was a war, and I think Hurd lip got cut, and they stopped it. Um, but yeah, Hurd, his defense, man. He was a force to be reckoned with when he was at his height. He was looking like Matias and shit like that. Like he was running through guys, and then
Yeah,
he
he's
started
been
getting hit
super
a little too much.
inactive though.
You said what?
I said he's been super inactive though. I think
No,
that's
he fought recently, but it was just on a like a
but he fought twice. I'm looking at it now. He fought twice last year and had a year layover, didn't fight in 2022 at all.
yeah.
Fought once in 21, once in 2020, once in
Yeah,
20.
I was at the one with he fought on Mayweather Logan Paul card. He fought Luis Arias,
Mm-hmm.
and it was I felt like it was a good fight. Um, if I remember correctly, I think Hurd might have got skimped on a knockdown, but he lost. But it was a war, and even in that fight, I'm like, damn, Hurd getting hit too much. Like Hurd, I don't know if he can make 54. I'm like, something is wrong.
Yeah.
And then he went to 60, and I'm like, okay, he should be good now. and then he was taking too much punishment at 160. So I do want to see if he can make some adjustments with his defense and stop taking so much punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it also don't look like the hunger be there sometimes in the last couple fights. I didn't see the last fight though, but
Okay.
I'm interested in that fight because I want to see what they got left. So we gonna see.
I think I'm more interested in the Danny Garcia fight coming back than Swift.
I don't like it because he been off so long,
It has been a
and
minute.
Lara been stopping shit at 160, right?
Yeah.
2 years ago, Danny didn't stop Benavidez at 54 in his debut.
Mm-hmm.
55 catch weight, maybe, or 54, one of them. And he didn't stop Benavidez, and you got Lara at 160. He don't got the legs he used to have, moving, using the whole ring, and now he's sitting down on shit, getting guys out of there. And
Yeah.
you got Danny coming up. Danny might not be able to hurt Lara, but he might not. So it
Probably.
could go bad for Danny. But like I said, Lara's legs not what they used to be. Now, if they was,
Mm-hmm.
Lara easily outboxed him in my opinion. But
Yeah.
now I think, Lara gonna stand there, and we could possibly see Danny do something to like get a real nice win, or we could see him get stopped for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So um either one of those wouldn't surprise me. It also, I wouldn't be surprised if he go to decision as well and he lose a decision, but I just like Lara's chances a lot,
Yeah.
with Danny never being that high in weight. He really a 140 pounder that got older, so yeah,
Yeah.
don't see.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. All right. Well, I appreciate you joining us, giving us some insight into fight week in LA. I see you got the fresh cut.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Don't be acting up out there now.
Yeah, I gotta go. I got too much stuff I'm gonna be doing this week. So I'm like, I gotta get me a cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna be there probably. I'm like 40 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably be there in like 55 minutes, some hour. And the workout's gonna start at 6. I'm gonna probably go live and send it to you, and I'll probably try to show y'all some behind the scenes. This depends on where I'm at and in the crowd and stuff.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm out the head there. Um,
Okay,
Let me
bet.
know when you're going live again.
I got you. Let the people know where they can follow you at.
Follow me at Thrill Boxing on Instagram. My YouTube is Mike Thrill Baby. Um, I'm gonna be potting soon. Right now, I'm focused on some other stuff, and then I'm gonna get back to potting, and I'm gonna be going live on YouTube. But for now, y'all follow me on Instagram Thrill Boxing, Twitter Thrill Boxing.
All right. Thank you again for joining and be safe on your way out to the media workouts.
For sure. All right, appreciate it.
All right. Bye. All right, y'all. That concludes Let's Talk Boxing with your girl, Jasmine K. Thank you to everybody that tuned in, that uh, asked questions, that chatted with us in the chats. Tomorrow, I will be live. It says 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The time is to be announced. I'll be live with Kenneth Bossman Sims Jr. to talk about his Golden Boy debut as well as his fight back inside of the ring August 10th. So stay tuned for what time I'll actually be going live with him. We're trying to figure it out now because he has sparring that he's doing that has been in the way. And then they're also on Pacific time as well. So we got that discrepancy going on. But I'll be live with him tomorrow. Stay tuned for the time. And then I'll also be live Friday doing a show talking about fight week preview and predictions, and we'll get into the fights a little bit more in depth, talk keys to victory, talk predictions as to how we think the fights are going to play out. Stay tuned for who will be joining me for those as my co-host. I'm thinking that I'm going to do a co-host per fight instead of one the entire show. If you guys enjoyed this and you're watching it back and you watched it live, please do me a favor and like it. Smash the like button. Share it with somebody else that you know would appreciate these lives and these shows. And yeah, subscribe if you aren't already. Until next time, guys.